Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PS4. Welcome back to Silverstone Grand Prix Loop. And we are in round 8 of the championship, the second race in this weekend. And that's with the Bentley Speed 8 again. Race 1 saw Diogo Silva win from Scott Davely and Kev Allen. A rather unusual podium, and you all remember the carnage on the first lap. Qualifying for the second race saw Kev Allen and Diogo Silva on the front row, but this time Kev Allen is on pole position, and let's see if they avoid the carnage that they had in race 1. And that's a good start by Kev Allen. That was an excellent start, and that was too good to be true. That was too good to be true, because Kev Allen is going to get a drive-through penalty. He's clear off the field, but he's moved too soon, and now we are battling for all over the place in there. No, there's a spin, and there's a crash. There is a crash, and thankfully, there's more carnage. There is more carnage. There's Alonso Fonso spinning, all sorts of cars spinning, and oh dear, that is Alonso Fonso, and I think he lost a lot of time. He was third in the grid, and now he's sitting in 10th place. Now we're going around Chris Winstanley. And here is the incident again. Let's see on board with Chris Russell on the right hand side and Darren Head on the left hand side. But let's see maybe here what happened with Alonso Fonso. Yes, that was a touch between Alonso Fonso and someone else that triggered this thing, and then oh dear, he span, and then his carnage, cars all over the place. Chris Russell there trying to go between two cars. He lost a bit of time over there. He's trying to rejoin the track, but there is another car almost getting off it. So what a mess again. This means that effectively Diogo Silva is in the lead of this race, because Kev Allen is going to have to stop for his drive-through penalty. Now he does not have to stop immediately, so let's see what is Kev Allen's strategy here, because he's got to serve a drive-through penalty. He may as well serve it right now, and he's going to come back in clear air, or he may wait until later in the race. Let's see what's the preferred strategy here for Kev, as Diogo Silva is in second place, but of course eyeing first if and when Kev Allen stops for his drive-through. The drive-through loss of time here should be around 15 to 20 seconds, so that would still... And Kev Allen is coming in. Kev Allen is coming in for his drive-through. He's going to probably drop to last, but not by much would be my estimate, as Diogo Silva is... I'm not entirely sure he's going to lead the first lap or not. As Diogo Almeida has spun. Diogo Almeida has spun off from third place, and that's a disaster. He spun off at the last complex just before the start-finish line, and this means that Darren Head is up to third, and Scott Davely, look at him, he's in second place already. Again, Scott, excellent job avoiding that carnage again, just like in race 1, and he is already in second place, couple of seconds behind Diogo Silva. Diogo got a little bit of an advantage with all this carnage happening behind him, but not as much as in race 1. It's Alonso Fonso spins. Alonso Fonso spins again in the same place as he spun, almost in the same place as he spun in turn 1. He's in 7th place. Look at this, he's getting passed by Barry Evans. Now these two have tangled in race 1. So I'm quite curious how the battle is going to turn out to be. Here comes Alonso Fonso on the inside, and didn't quite work there. And Frankie is behind them, spectating this battle. He's in 9th place. Let's try to see where everyone else is in the field, as Kev Allen continues somehow to be in the lead in the leaderboard. I don't understand, because I saw him, I'm pretty certain that I saw him enter the pit lane for his drive-through, so I'm not entirely sure what's happening with the leaderboard there. Diogo Silva is, I think, leading the race, followed by Darren Head, Chris Russell in 4th, Stuart Brand again doing a good start in 5th place. Not as good as in the first race, but he did a good job again, getting out of that carnage, as Jumbo is seeing Todd Antonio go rallycross style there into Chapel Corner, into the Hanger Straight, and Todd has lost a position there to Jumbo and also to Diogo Almeida. Todd now sitting in 12th place. as Kev Allen is in 7th, and that was a very good job by Kev Allen with that drive-through. Actually not losing that much time. He's in 7th and make it 6th because he's getting past Barry Evans into turn 1. There you go. There's your championship leader. And ooh, he got slightly off track there. Would he have to slow down as Barry Evans loses the position to Alonso Fonso, this time without drama? As this guy, oh my goodness, and Alonso Fonso spins again. He is the spinner. He has spun 3 times in 3 consecutive laps, more or less in the same place. It looks like a haunted set of corners for the Portuguese driver, and he doesn't seem to avoid the spin. He's magnetically attracted to the gravel in that place, and Alonso Fonso yet again is losing time. He's in 9th place now, as Diogo Almeida also recovers from his spin, which actually made him lose quite a lot of time. Look at this, Diogo Almeida, he was in 3rd place when he spun, and Kev Allen has had a drive-through and is in 6th place, and Diogo is still in 11th. So some difficulties here for the 2 Portuguese drivers. Alonso Fonso is off the track again at Copse Corner. I think that he probably just needs to cool down and put his head down. He's certainly better than all these mistakes. Alonso Fonso is now, again, he's going to recover a position there from Frankie, who made the mistake at the entrance of the Hunger Straight. This is a nice battle here for, I believe, 7th place, currently occupied by Barry Evans. So that's a nice work from Barry there, maintaining that 7th place. Good to see him up the order as Alonso Fonso yet again. This looks like a replay of the replay, as we are now very eager to see in the coming lap, as we are coming through the initial, this is the final section, and we are going to start yet another lap. That's lap 4, and we're quite eager to see if Alonso Fonso manages to do that initial complex without spinning. Barry Evans goes off the track. Barry Evans goes off the track and goes into defensive mode. Here comes Alonso Fonso on the inside, and they touch, and Alonso Fonso, would you believe it? He spins again, this time slightly triggered by a collision with Barry Evans, but nevertheless Alonso Fonso is really having a nightmare on this particular set of corners. He continues to be in 9th place. Barry Evans now in 8th. Oh no, that was Frankie. I'm sorry, that was not Barry Evans. I apologize. I was seeing these two together, magnetically attracted again, when clearly that was not the case. That was Frankie defending hard there from Alonso Fonso, but he was clearly entitled to the line. Alonso Fonso, I think, was just making that inside work when that clearly wasn't possible, and they ended up just tangling slightly with each other. Anyway, Alonso Fonso continues to be in 9th. At the front, the gap has now grown to 4.3 seconds. Diogo Silva continues to dominate this weekend. Let's see whether he can actually materialize another victory again, which would be a very, very good result to take away from these couple of races here at Silverstone. Scott Davely as well in 2nd place, and he actually has a couple of seconds gap over Darren Head. Darren, of course, has disconnected from race 1, looking for a good result in race 2, and this is a good podium result for Darren, as Frankie, Barry Evans has spun. Barry Evans has spun in the last corner, and Frankie is up into 7th place. Oh, and Alonso Fonso has, oh dear, these two, what are they doing? Are they filling in the accident declaration for, oh, and another spin, oh, and a crash between, I believe this was Diogo Almeida and Jambo. I don't think anyone was at fault there, but Jambo is stuck in the gravel and has lost a lot of time. Would you believe it? All sorts of mayhem happening in the midfield in this race. Drivers just can't help themselves with spinning. And here is Alonso Fonso. Yes, he stopped on the track almost. And this, I believe, is the replay, as these two now, look at this. I think it's Diogo Almeida who is on, oh, and they touch, and Jambo goes into the gravel. I think this was just a racing incident between these two, as we see it on board from Diogo Almeida. Diogo is now going to try to overtake Jambo, and they just tangled. Jambo goes off the track, comes back into the track and knocks Diogo Almeida there, and then Jambo himself is in the gravel. So all sorts of action here. Here's the replay again from Jumbo. We're having replays from every possible angle here. Look at this. Jumbo is slow out of this corner, and then he gets just a little touch from Diogo Almeida, spins into Diogo, and then gets hit by, I believe, Alonso Fonso or Frankie. I couldn't quite see, but that's what put him in the gravel. Incredible scenes here at Silverstone, as a very tight midfield just keeps tangling with one another. And in the meantime, who has benefited from this? I believe the top 6 are actually now quite far off everyone else. Kev Allen continues to be in 6th as Diogo Almeida now has spun again. Diogo Almeida has spun now on his own. He presses the reset button, but he's lost the position to Todd D'Antonio, who's now in the top 10. Barry Evans is in 9th. As we haven't even reached the halfway point of this race, and we already have so much action in the midfield. Kev Allen, in the meantime, was very quietly in 6th, but he has now found the back of Stuart Brand. This has already happened in race 1 as well, where Kev just overtook Stuart for 3rd place, and now he's going to make a move here into Stowe, or is he trying, but not quite possible because he was a little bit too far behind. Stewart trying to desperately resist that 5th place, and here comes on the inside. This is not a very usual overtaking spot, and Kev Allen has spun. Kev Allen has spun, reset button, but he has lost some time, and he's going to have to do it all over again. The most unusual error by the championship leader Kev Allen, who's not having the greatest of weekends. He got involved in the carnage in turn 1 in lap 1 of race 1, and now he has had an eventful afternoon as well here, because he's got a drive-through. Now he's recovering, but he can't really go around Stuart Brand, and now he didn't lose any position, but he did lose a couple of seconds, and now Stuart Brand can breathe again for at least a couple of laps, as we check out a little bit what's happening at the front, with the top 3 now relatively stable, because Scott Davely is who's doing a great job again, is 5.9 seconds behind Diogo Silva, but he's 2.5 seconds away from Darren Head. Chris Russell with a nice 3rd place there. He's 3 seconds behind Darren, and Stuart Brand is like 7 or 8 seconds behind Chris, and he's now having to contend again with Kev Allen, and I wish the cameras focus on these two, because I believe that's where the most interesting battle is taking place. Diogo Almeida is now overtaking Todd D'Antonio into Luffield. That was a nice move on the inside. Let's see if he can. Oh, when they touch, this was a little bit tight there. When they touch again, not quite, because Diogo has managed to pull a couple of car lengths in front of Todd. So Todd back to 11th, as Jumbo is still in 12th. Of course, he got stuck in the gravel. He got the worst out of that incident at the club chicane, I believe, and that's where these two are now. And cameraman, thank you, Mr. Producer, for attending to my wish, as he is now showing Kev Allen again in pursuit of Stuart Brand, as we are already in lap 7. Remember, we only have 10 laps here because it's quite a long lap with this car. The leader is in 1:48, and here comes Kev Allen again, trying to do the impossible and come from very far behind, and trying to pull a move there on Stuart Brand. Stuart doing a great job this time round. He couldn't quite defend the position in race 1, but now he's really eager to keep that place and maintain that top 5 position, and he's now again defending from Kev, and Kev must be quite frustrated at the moment, because it is not that easy to overtake cleanly with this car in this circuit. Let's see if he can manage to go through Copse more quickly, and then make a move into the Beckett's complex, as he is now actually a little bit further behind, so I don't think that's going to happen. Alonso Fonso, what's happening with him? He's in 8th place. He's been all over the place in this race with multiple spins, but he's still in 8th place, and he's not too far behind Frankie, who is in 7th. That would be the best result of the season if he can maintain it. Jumbo, who has lost a lot of time, is now eyeing Todd D'Antonio, and also Barry Evans is right in front as well. So this is the battle for 10th place, I'm sorry. This is 10th, 11th and 12th, and Jumbo will want to probably overtake these two drivers and still maybe have a chance at the top 10 here. Not the best race for Jumbo after that incident with Diogo Almeida, but he is at least trying to take home some additional points to help him in the league standings. As we are now in lap 7, I believe the leader must be already starting lap 8, as Cavallo now really behind Stuart Brand. He's going to make a move here into the first contact. Was a nice move, and I think he's got the job done. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Cavallo has overtaken Stuart Brand. Stuart down to 6th. Cavallo, of course, moves into a top 5 position. Can he go after Chris Russell? I don't think he has the time to do it, even if he may be quicker. He's gone 10 seconds on the road, so that's just a little bit too much in the last 3 laps, unless really Chris makes a mistake, and Chris Russell is not known for making unforced mistakes. Alonso Fonso in the meantime has found Frankie. He was a couple of seconds behind, but now this couple of seconds is more like a couple of tenths of a second as he goes through left field and trying to make a move here on the outside. Didn't quite work. Let's see if he can make a move into Copse. He's really faster than Frankie, so I think this is just going to be a matter of time before Alonso Fonso goes up to 7th. Now could he make a move here in Copse corner? That's quite difficult. Frankie brakes a little bit too hard, and here comes Alonso Fonso now on the outside, which then becomes the inside. This is not a very usual overtaking spot, and Alonso Fonso knows it because that's where he tangled with Barry Evans in race 1. So he decided to be more patient now and wait for the opportunity, maybe in the hanger straight, to make a move into Stowe. He's really behind Frankie, so I think that's probably his preferred approach here. Frankie is going to try to defend on the inside, forcing Alonso Fonso to go on the outside. There's still a gap on the inside. Will he take it? Now he goes from the outside into Stowe, and he's now side by side with Frankie, and he makes a good move, and I think he made it stick. That was a good move by Alonso Fonso. That was a great move. He took the outside, he maintained the outside side by side. Everyone gave each other space. That was excellent racing by both drivers, as Alonso Fonso recovers to 7th place, and Stuart Brand is now a little bit too far behind. Yes, he is. He's more than 10 seconds when we have only a couple of laps to go. Stuart Brand hasn't lost contact with Cavallo, so he's still in the mix should Cavallo make a mistake, which of course is not likely to happen, but you never know in old folks racing. Until the checkered flag appears, anything can happen, and it usually does. So not entirely sure we are over with this battle just yet. We are in lap 9 out of 10. Let's see if there is any other battle in the track that is worth. Oh, Cavallo has spun in Copse. Cavallo has spun in Copse, and did he avoid the barriers? He did avoid the barriers. He did avoid the gravel, but he didn't avoid losing a position to Stuart Brand. And now there's only 1 lap and a bit for the race to finish. So let's see if Stuart can heroically maintain this 5th place, or if he's going to fall again to championship leader Cavallo, who is not again having the greatest of races here at Silverstone. As we are now in the last lap, I think Diogo and Scott have this under control, and what a race this is, what a weekend this is for Diogo Silva and Scott Davely. They have finished the first race 1st and 2nd, and they are now 1 lap away from repeating this position, and that's quite an achievement, because these two are normally not 1st and 2nd in most races. So well done if they can maintain this position. Barry Evans in the meantime is actually catching up with Jumbo, or I think perhaps this is just Jumbo going around Barry Evans. So Barry down to 11, Todd D'Antonio is in 12, but Chris Winstanley is in 13th. We have 13 drivers, and I think we're going to have 13 finishers as well, because no driver has fortunately DNF'd, at least until now. We are in the last lap, and can Cavallo now go after Stewart? He's just a few car lengths behind, but he may be running out of time. Barry Evans still following Jumbo. That was also Diogo Almeida arriving at the back of Frankie, as Diogo Silva is now a couple of corners away from his second victory of the season. And what a race this has been, what a weekend this has been for Diogo Silva. He was really at ease with this car. Here he comes with his headlights on, already half celebrating another victory, his second of the season, and the first time that he has won consecutive races in Old Folk Racing. Diogo Silva has won again. Diogo Silva has won, and he's happy with this win. Fantastic performance. Scott Davely, again, a magnificent performance, finishing in second place, and that's it has been a long time since first and second were the same in 2 consecutive races. I have to dig my records to find out the last time this happened. Darren Head takes a podium position, which is not that bad considering that he disconnected from race 1. Here comes Stuart Brand now to take 5th place. Yes, he's going to take 5th place. That's an amazing performance also by Stuart Brand, resisting pressure from championship leader Kev Allen. Chris Russell, by the way, finished in 4th, also pretty good performance. Alonso Fonso recovers to 7th after an eventful race. Diogo Almeida is in 9th place and trying to go around Frankie, but I think Frankie has got this under control, and that's going to be a good result for him. His best result of the season after an array of 9 places. Here he comes in 8th place. Diogo is in 9th place. Barry Evans is going to have his first, because Jumbo has had a problem. Jumbo, and look at this, Jumbo is like walking like an Egyptian at the end of the race, and Barry Evans has overtaken him to take his first top 10 of the season. That's nice work from Barry. Jumbo, not the greatest, oh no, sorry, Jumbo has actually finished in 10th place. That was just some lag, some problems with the leaderboard again. I believe that Barry has finished in 11th, Todd Antonio in 12th, and Chris Winstanley, again the rookie, making his debut this weekend, running a cautious but solid race at the back. But I believe that he has shown enough speed that he can be definitely challenging for better positions in the upcoming races, as we wait for him to cross the line and reflect on a very, very eventful weekend here at Silverstone, with carnage on the first laps and lots of action during the race. There is the result with Diogo Silva, Scott Davely and Darren Head, your podium here, all of them going up from their respective grid positions. Let's see if we have the championship standing. Kev Allen continues to be the leader now with more than 100 points over Darren Head and Diogo Silva, with Alonso Fonso, Scott Davely down in 5th now, and Chris Russell in 6th. That was a good race. Join us next week.